Good morning from Meanjin, Brisbane. It's, I don't know, about 9:30, I think. Glory, is it? It's 26 minutes past 9 on... Doesn't matter. I'm a bit discombobulated at the moment, let's call it that. I'm not pissed off or angry, a little bit, but I've been banging on a lot lately about accommodation, about hospitality, about customer service. And people think, Bill, you're retired, why don't you sit back with your feet in the pool and, just grab yourself a beer or a coffee or whatever makes you, or go and have a sleep or settle down. I'm angry, actually I am angry now, because it's 9:30. I was in a ridiculously good mood yesterday. It was my birthday. Whole bunch of things went well. And I went to bed at 1 a.m. this morning, a happy little boy. I even posted something on one of my social media things. Happiest little boy in Stanley Street. This morning, similar things. Until I just walked out one step into the footpath and I got nearly mowed down by boot campers. And I decided to hang around because I was having a coffee there. And the more I watched these boot campers, not watched as in, look at that. The more I observed them and was, again, almost mown down by them, I thought, do you know what? I've got a responsibility as somebody with the burden of knowledge to give some feedback. So I did. I quite joyously and tongue-in-cheek, but seriously, gave some very pointed feedback. Then I came upstairs and I was still in a good mood. In fact, I turned on the telly, or not the telly, I turned on the YouTube. I was trying to get my happy back a little bit by just watching some random clips. That's what we did last night. My son came over. We'd both eaten already. I had a cup of coffee and some Diet Coke and fizzy pop. And at some point I realised, wait a minute, it's my birthday. We went for a lovely walk up to the bottle shop. I bought a bottle of moderately priced red wine. I've still got about half of it left because it wasn't that sort of a night. And I was in a good mood. So this morning, also in a good mood, until I got a phone call from an accommodation place. And it was one that I was feeling great love for because the one that I'd left, the Accor Properties, I am a gold member. I don't know for how much longer though. I think I might say thanks very much, but if you're going to treat me like rusty tin, I'm not going to hang around. Call me old-fashioned. And I'm a little bit the same way. Let's not get started in on Virgin Airlines and their gold member status. It's all a bit fraught. And all of this, when it's the day after the World Cup, day after? Is it the day after? 2 days after. I've lost track. It's currently Wednesday. It's 2 days after the World Cup finished, and on the very first day of the World Cup, so 30 something days ago, I was in my home office, in my kitchen, doing a silly thing, spending an hour using everything in my pantry and fridge to make the Mexican flag, because I thought I was going to plant my ass on the couch and spend a whole month pretty much organising my days around the World Cup games, watch every single one, and do my going out and businessy stuff, sort of work pretty much on American hours, which I do. And when I do that, life just tends to be easier. I was going to go and live in America in 2018, up stumps, relocate to Kentucky of all places. I'm glad I didn't. I didn't because of Trumpistan. Now we've got Trumpistan 2. I don't think I can physically go to America. I've said to a few people and they've agreed I would be shot dead within a month. So there's that. But getting back to the more immediate problem, accommodation situation, got a phone call. It was a needless phone call. I couldn't understand it. I had to ask her 3 times to slow down. I said, look, I've got a hearing condition and you're talking at the rate of knots. What did you want to do? You want to what? Apparently when I got her to really slow down, reconfirm your details. Long story short, and it was a 12-minute phone call by the end of it, I said, I gave my details when I checked in here on Monday. I then went down yesterday when I extended by 1 day and had a whole conversation with a human being, and they said, no, we've got your details, we don't need to reprogram your key. And so then what I then did was I spent a bit of time getting through to this person. Don't do it yourself. I'm not angry with you. It's not your fault. But you have an opportunity to go away and speak with your management and come up with a better solution for other people. Because can be prickly at times, but I'm a sweetheart. I'm doing this because I care. I really, really care. I really care about the next person who's not 10 foot tall and bulletproof. The person who, okay, here's one for a core. I was standing in a property on Monday morning. It was only a fairly basic accommodation. It's all I needed. I was getting in on Sunday night at 8 p.m. and I was going to be heading off by checkout time the next morning, which if I'd stuck to the 10 o'clock, oh, how different my life would have been. But he said, oh no, don't charge up until midday. And I stupidly used that time. Because as much as you can lose some time at the start of the day and then a ball rolls on and sometimes you just never make up that time, the alternative is if you are able to go at a certain time but you're given the opportunity to hang around and you think, oh, this will be good, I'll just stick around and get a late start to my day. Might work, might not. You almost need to sit down and do a strengths, weaknesses, opportunities and threats test on everything like this. If I might still have my laptop. I might not have gone to one of the worst accommodation situations I've been in recently in terms of walking in to just to reception, and it was a nightmare. It was the stuff of fever dreams. It was awful. Here's me thinking, oh, I've paid a little bit extra to stay, in a nice place on the park, 4th floor. I didn't know it was 4th floor at that point. But I thought, paying a bit extra, not right on South Bank, but close enough to. And what happened? Awful. So I got here. I've forgotten where I've gone with this train of thought. What I'm saying is, accommodation, hospitality people, you have an opportunity to keep reviewing your systems. Get professional development in communication and interactions with other people. You've got the way that you speak with your friends and your colleagues and your parents and your family and your kids and your dogs and whatever. You've got to leave that at the front door, take some of it in, but you need to get professional development and think very specifically about your clientele, about the way that you communicate, about the structures of your own organisation and how you operate within that. And if you are a global organisation like Acora and you make a big deal out of the fact that you put posters up on the walls and say we value this and we value you and we do things differently and we have a humanistic, and I'm paraphrasing here, I can't remember it. I've taken pictures but I haven't really taken it in. But if you're going to espouse that sort of stuff, what I call the coffee table book stuff, your missions, your values, your goals, your all of this stuff, it's no good if you then say you're a gold member but then treat your clients like rusty tin or battered up copper or something. The sort of copper that's got all that green on it. Well, that's another story for another time, and I just got a bit of sound spill from the right-hand side of the stage. My name's Bill Quinn. I'm from Overheard Productions. I am a traveller. I am a gypsy. I am retired from corporate world in some senses. I do have a business, although it's a small B. I've still got some stuff to work out with ASIC. That's a long story for another time. But I care. Most of all, I really, really care. I would like things to be a bit easier for myself, but more than that, I want others to be treated with respect, and I want to look out for the next person. It's not like I've got a cape on, and it's not a cape on. It's not like, no, it's capo. It's not like I've got a cape. It's not like I'm standing out here on the 36th floor going, dum dum, William Francis John Quinn is here to save the day. I should write a song about it though. I might do. Now, I really care about the next person. I care about the person whose first language isn't English. I care about the next person whose first language is not Australian English.
Oh, yeah, mate. Yeah, checking in. Can I can reconfirm you?
I'm so sorry. What language is that in?
Oh, geez, what are you doing?
And I've seen that happen. I've seen that in 3D, and then it's back the other way around. But anyway, details. I'm thinking about the person who doesn't have the capacity to speak the language of accommodation and hospitality, who isn't able to flatten out their vowels and do all that sort of stuff and be able to speak the same language as the person. Because every airport is different, every hotel is different, every bar is different, everything is different. And if you don't, that's what the point I was trying to make. Consistency. Sorry, Accor. Yes, consistency. I've stayed in about, 8 Accor properties in the last 2 months. None has been consistent. I've stayed in one property where I told the general manager, only because I stopped and had a chat with her, the lovely M full stop, at Novotel Melbourne Preston. I said, look, I told her things about her organisation she didn't even know. And I'd only been there for 3 days at that stage. And I said, well, your buffet breakfast starts at 7 and goes to 10:30. Between 10:30 and 11, that's a different thing. Between 11 and 11:30, that's another thing altogether. At 11:30 till 12, the chef's on break. Then it starts at 12. And she looked at me like, oh my God. I said, and where is any of this written down? Oh, it's probably on the, scan the QR code. Yeah, let me tell you about that. All of my Google services, my 2 phones, an Oppo and a Samsung, both stopped me from going any further. I was ready to say, yes, I'm ready to go to the site. I'm happy to go forward. And both of them and my laptop said, no, it's too sketchy. It's not safe. We will not let you go through and go to that. We won't let you use their Wi-Fi. We won't let you go to their website. So, I think that's enough for now, don't you? Dot points if you can get anything out of this. Consistency is important. Professional development is important. If you're going to have a job where you're responsible for communicating with others, you need to leave all of your shit at the front door and come in and operate as what your role is. Now I'm starting to run out of the capacity to talk properly. I'm dehydrated. And I need some more. I need carbohydrates. I haven't had breakfast yet, and it's currently 38 minutes past 9. At 22 minutes to 10 in the old money, it's Bill Quinn from Meanjin. I would say the temperature's probably up to around about 20 degrees. The winds I can't tell because I'm in here. Humidity I reckon would be around about 86%. And the sun came up this morning at 6:30 something or other. It's going to be overcast and slightly windy today. However, having said that, it was supposed to be fine all this week, and yesterday and today we've had some, Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday, we've had some, for me, beautiful, refreshing, light, misty rain. I've loved it. I thought it was going to keep going, but the forecast is for slightly overcast, slightly cloudy. I'm going to go and get some breakfast. I'll see you when I'm looking at you. It's coming up to 13 minutes. It's coming up to 20 minutes to 10 in Meanjin, Brisbane. What's a song for this to wrap it up? Here's some Coldplay. Bye for now.